Hello and welcome to Sports Update on Trust TV. I am Emmanuel Fashimi. It's a lovely evening in the city of Abuja. Yes, it is the first day of the brand new year 2025. We thank God for 2024 and we're thanking God for starting the year 2025. If this is a sporting year, like you know, on our sports show, we'll be bringing you all of the updates as it concerns sports world and Nigerian sport doing so well in all of the events for the year 2025. I am Emmanuel Fashimi. Welcome you to the show proper this evening. And we'll start with the Nigerian Premier Football League. Yes, we know that the first phase of the Nigerian Premier Football League is over and the league has gone on break. But before that break, we are going to be looking at this story where Remo Stars, a team that got promoted to the league just 3 seasons ago, and ever since they came on board for the past 3 years, they've been among the top 3 in the Nigerian Premier Football League. But for the first phase of the Nigerian Premier Football League, after 19 matches played so far, it tops the table going into the break of the Premier League here in the country. That is Remo Stars, a team based in Ikenne, Ogun State. It is a private-owned team, well run, well structured. If other Nigerian Premier Football League side can actually borrow a leaf from Remo Stars of what it is all about. Football is business, sports is business, and for Remo Stars, yes, they know what football business is all about, what sports is all about. If you actually have the opportunity to visit their facilities in Remo, in Ikenne, in Ogun State, definitely you understand what I'm talking about right now on the program. But for Remo Stars, good one for them, topping the league for the first half of the season. 19 games played so far, and they remains at the top. We have another 19 games to play for the next round of the season. 38 matches on the bounce is to be played in total, with 20 clubs. One team will actually win the title, while we have first, second, third qualifying for the continental engagement, and also the fourth team, virtual any team that wins the Nigerian FA Cup, the oldest competition in the country. So, but for Remo Stars, they are topping the first half of the table, definitely after 19 games played in the first half of the 2024-2025 league season. Let's look at the table quickly. Remo Stars, like I said, 36 points, closely followed by Rivers United. Remo Stars has 11 goal difference after 19 games. That means it shows they are prolific in goal scoring. Rivers United following on the second position with 34 points. Previously, Rivers United was topping. If Remo Stars stopped, Rivers United top. But now Remo Stars, for the past 2 weeks, they've been at the top of the table and going into the break. They have Rivers United have 34 points. Shooting Stars of Ibadan is on the third position with 33 points. They were one of the oldest football club in Nigeria. That is 3SC of Ibadan. Enugu Rangers is fourth. They are the defending champions of the league. They are the winners last season with 31 points. We have with 7 goal difference. And then Ikenne Warriors pushed to the 5th position. Ikenne Warriors of Maiduguri with 29 points after 19 games. Ikorodu City, surprisingly, on the 6th position with 28 points with 5 goal difference. Abia Warriors are 7th with 27 points. Kano Pillars is 8th with 25 points with -1 goal difference. We have Enyimba of Aba, who has almost 5 games in hand. They've 3 games to play for Enyimba. They are on the 9th position with 24 points. And then for Niger Tornadoes, they are on the 10th with 24 points after 19 games. Now let's go to the flip side of the table, where we see the struggling teams. We have Bayelsa United starting the second half of the table with 24 points and -4 goal difference. Kwara United has a game in hand with 23 points on the 12th position. Katsina United, they are 13th at 23 points with -2 goal difference. Heartland FC of Owerri with -3 goal difference and 22 points. We have Bendel Insurance of Benin, that's the Benin Arsenals with 21 points. We have Sunshine Stars of Akure 16 with 21 points and -9 goal difference. We have Plateau United on the 17th position with 20 points. Same points with Lobby Stars, who are all struggling. Akwa United is on the 19th position with 19 points with a -5 goal difference. And Nasarawa United, the solid miners, are 20th with 19 points, occupying the 20th position in the Nigerian Premier Football League. On the Nigerian Premier Football League table, yes, it was quite a competitive first half of the season. In the first half of the season, we have a total number of more than 15 away wins alone in the first half, in the first stanzas of the league after 19 games played. Good one for the first half of the season in the Nigerian Premier Football League, and we are looking to another interesting second phase of the season. Yes, definitely the league will resume, and we'll be seeing action in the second half of the season. The league is on break, like I said, and also we looked at that in the morning, where the transfer window will be open on the 6th of January, where we will see players moving from one team to the other. At least it allows other clubs, as in it allows the 20 clubs in the Nigerian Premier Football League to strengthen their squad for the second half of the season. Well, thumbs up to Davison Oumi and also Benga Elegbeleye for making sure that the league this season, at least they continue from where they left it last season. We've seen the top-notch competitiveness in the league. We also see good officiating. The only problem we are still facing a little bit right now, not a little bit though, that we are still witnessing the league, is hooliganism, crowd violence, and what have you. And definitely, if that can be put to bed in the league, I bet you Nigerian league will be competing with the Premier Soccer League of South Africa. So kudos to all of the organizers of the Nigerian Premier Football League for the first half of the season, and we're looking forward to another interesting second half of the season. Can Remo Stars go all the way to win the title? They have Shooting Stars, they have Enugu Rangers, they have Rivers United all behind them, and definitely anything can happen until the May. When we get to May, that is when we'll know who will be crowned champions of the Nigerian Premier Football League for 2024-2025 season. But as it stands, Enugu Rangers are still the defending champion. They are still title holders of the league. All right, let's leave the Nigerian Premier Football League and go straight to the EPL. Yes, they say it is the most watched league in the world. That is the English Premier Football League, where also other leagues in Europe are on break. But for the EPL, they continue to play games. We saw some games in the course of the week and even the past weekend. Yes, but for the league, organizers opens January transfer window. Yeah, we know that for the EPL, the transfer window opens today. Now it affords teams to actually at least beef up their team with some new players. Maybe you get players from the Championship or any other league in Europe. We know the transfer window will close on February 3rd, 2025. So it is 1 full month and 2 days for the signings of new players. Teams like Manchester United, Arsenal, Manchester City, most especially Manchester United, the two Manchester clubs in short, actually need, as a matter of urgency, to beef up their team for the season. Because if not, like most especially Manchester United, they are struggling. Definitely we'll be looking at the table as it stands. They were 7 points, that is for Man U, above relegation before the last game they lost to Newcastle United. So that 7 points has been reduced to 4 points. They are 4 points above relegation. So in the next two games, before coming into the studio, my director actually was saying if this team doesn't sit up, well, it's going to mean a lot for the Red Devils, as they are called. So the January transfer window starts today and it will be closing on February the 3rd. Let's look at the English Premier Football League table quickly. We'll see Liverpool continues to lead the charge. They have 45 points with a game in hand. Nottingham Forest are second, a team that has won the Champions League, but very long time ago. They are second, and someone, most usually a friend of mine who's an Arsenal fan is saying, yes, Nottingham Forest is just holding forth that position for Arsenal and Chelsea, and I actually disagree with him that it can happen. So Nottingham Forest is second on the table with Arsenal third on the table. We have Chelsea on the fourth position with 35 points after 19 games with 15 goal difference. Liverpool has massive 28 goal difference, and Arsenal is the second side that has scored more goals with 19, followed by Chelsea who has 15. Newcastle United is fifth with 32 points. We have Manchester City sixth with 31 points. Bournemouth is seventh with 30 points, and Fulham is eighth with 29 points. We have Aston Villa with 29 points on the ninth position, and Brighton and Hove Albion, they are 10th with 27 points and 1 goal difference. We have Tottenham Hotspur starting the second side of the table with 24 points after 19 games and 13 goal difference. Brentford has no goal at all. They have 24 points, who has a game in hand against Arsenal later on tonight. We will look at that fixture. We have West Ham United on the 13th position with 23 points. We have Manchester United, who are on the 14th position with 22 points, and Crystal Palace are 15th with 20 points, and the Everton 16th with 17 points. Wolves are 17th with 16 points. We have Ipswich Town 18 with 15 points. Ipswich defeated Chelsea just some days ago, and Leicester City now find themselves on the 19th position with 14 points and minus 20 goal difference. And Saturday, a team that has remained at the bottom for the most part of the first phase of the season with just 6 points in the English Premier Football League. So it's quite an interesting season for the English football. And for Manchester United, definitely, like I said, 4 points above the relegation zone. As a matter of urgency, the transfer window is open today. They have to look for players. They have to get players signed to that team. If not, well, Manchester United might just find themselves in the relegation battle before the end of the season. But it is what it is. The EPL, that is why they say it is the most hardest league and interesting league in the world. A smaller team can beat the big teams. Yes, it happens, and we have seen that so far this season in the English Premier Football League. There's one fixture to be played tonight, and that fixture will be between Arsenal and Brentford. Arsenal will be away to Brentford in the English Premier League tonight, and that game will be coming up by 8 p.m. Nigerian time precisely, right there in England. And for the English Premier Football League, like I said, every other leagues are on break, but for the EPL, they are on, and action has been going on. Just a couple of days ago, we saw just 2 days back, Manchester United, the likes of Chelsea, all in action in the English Premier Football League. So it's quite an interesting season for the EPL. We already know that the Nigerian Premier Football League also has gone on break. But for Brentford, in their last 5 games, they've won 1 and lost 3 and drew 1. But for Arsenal, yes, it has been a good run of form in the last 5 games with 4 wins and just 1 draw. And their biggest win in the 5 games was against Crystal Palace, another London club at the Selhurst Park, where they hammered Crystal Palace 5-1. And then the draw coming against Everton, where they actually played a goalless draw at the Emirates Stadium. So for Arsenal, it's going to be a big one on the road tonight. They defeated Crystal Palace 5-1 when they went away just some days ago. So that game tonight will be coming up. Just go catch some actions of that game. All right, let's leave the English Premier Football League and go straight to the biggest franchise in the world. That is the NBA. That is the basketball. And when we talk basketball in the United States of America, there were games played, and one man continued to defy the odds. LeBron James at 40. He continues to wax strong and doing well when it comes to the court. Let's look at those results of the NBA games played. We have LA Clippers, they lost to San Antonio Spurs 86 to 122. And then the Minnesota Timberwolves lost to Oklahoma City Thunder 105 to 113 in that game, while the Cleveland Cavaliers and LA Lakers, it was a good game in that particular one for the NBA. So the NBA result over the early hours of this morning, like I said, LeBron James, a man who is defying all the odds, doing big things on the big stage. We know that he has created a record in the NBA where his son, himself and his son, actually share the same court. They play alongside. His son is just 20 years of age, and it's a good one. We are also looking forward to see that kind of record in football, and that particular record, your guess is as good as mine. A lot of persons are looking forward to see where where maybe CR7 and his son will definitely share in play alongside on the pitch. So we are looking forward to that, and eventually, if it happens, well, Uhuru, and it's a good one for the sport. So those are the games played in the NBA earlier of this morning in the United States of America. So good one. Let's leave the NBA right now quickly, and quickly let's look at some transfer stories. We'll start with this particular one. It concerns our own Super Eagles player, that is Victor Osimhen, who is playing in the Turkish Super League. Yes, for Victor Osimhen, he says Osimhen rules out Galatasaray January exit. Yes, we know that he's on loan from Napoli, the Italian Serie A outfit, and the likes of Manchester United, PSG, top clubs in Europe are actually looking for his services. But he said he's happy. He's going to stay put in the Turkish Super League and see out his loan. But let's see, there's a report that there is a clause embedded in that particular loan that in January, Napoli has the right to recall him back if they have a good offer. It's not left for Napoli and Victor Osimhen to see if definitely that will go through or that will happen. All right, still looking at transfer story this evening. Let's take a look at this one. We go straight to the right side of England. That's Liverpool now, where they have rejects Real Madrid offer for right back Trent Alexander-Arnold. Yes, Real Madrid is doing all they can to see if they can recruit Arnold to their side. Definitely, Arnold is a fantastic player who plays the right wing back for Liverpool in the English Premier League, and they are looking at Alexander-Arnold as a man who is going to replace Carvajal in the La Liga in the white colors. They call them the Merengues, the White Angels in La Liga. For Alexander-Arnold, definitely he himself is pushing to see if he can go. If he can go to Real Madrid, if he can join Real Madrid in La Liga. All right, staying with the Reds this evening quickly. Let's also look at this transfer story. Liverpool ready to sell striker Darwin Núñez. Yes, fantastic striker, but Liverpool, as it stands right now, is looking for a way not to offload, but rather to just make money from Darwin Núñez. And Liverpool, they are topping the English Premier Football League table. The table just saw some a few minutes ago on the show. Yes, they are looking forward to see if they can sell striker Darwin Núñez, a man they bought from Benfica in Portugal. All right, still looking at transfers. Let's look at these one. Juventus, Napoli shows interest in Manchester United striker Joshua Zirkzee. Yes, for Ruben Amorim. Like I said earlier on, Manchester United actually needs players to beef up their team. They need players to beef up their team, and it is what it is for Joshua Zirkzee. He has not really had it rosy with the Reds ever since he joined from Bologna at the start of this season. He has only scored 1 goal, and that goal coming against Fulham in his first game of the season in the English Premier Football League. We just saw him play 33 minutes of action in that game at Old Trafford, where Manchester United lost to Newcastle United. And after that, after his substitution, he bursted into tears. There were tears running down his eyes. But let's see if definitely Man U will let him join Juventus or Napoli. He came from the Italian Serie A, and probably he might just be going back to the Italian Serie A. All right, let's leave football and transfers. Quickly, let's look at tennis on the show, where Great Britain, yes, they are through to the quarterfinal after fantastic player Katie Bolter beat Australia's Olivia Gadecki in a straight set to ensure that Great Britain actually reached the United Cup quarterfinals in Sydney. Sydney is in Australia, and for Butler, he knew that a straight set victory from any of the 3 rubbers against the host will take Great Britain through as Group F winners. So it was a fantastic one for Bolter. He won that game 6-2, 6-1 in a time of 70 minutes to secure qualification before Australia won the next 2 counters. For the likes of Alex de Munier, he is a fiancé to Bolter. He also tried they defeated Great Britain's Billy Harris 6-2, 6-1 in the double. All right, before we go, definitely Novak Djokovic and the Kyrgios also, they were knocked out from the doubles in the men's doubles of the Brisbane Open. These are some of the competition that are being played. They are used as a preparatory fixture competition for the first Grand Slam of the year, which is the Australian Open that will start on the 12th of January 2025. All right, before we go, let's go look at athletic story this evening, where Chibet, that is the African champion from Kenya, she crashes her own women's 5-kilometer world record. He's a double Olympic champion. Beatrice Chibet, as he's called, crowned a golden year, that is 2024, as she smashed the women's 5,000 meters world record at the Cusa de Nasos Road Race in Barcelona. She finished that race in a time of 13 minutes and 54 seconds to become the first woman to break the 14-minute barrier in that particular event. Chibet, who won 5,000 meters and 10,000 meter gold race at the Paris 2024 Olympic Games earlier this year, beat her own previous mark set a year ago to the day in the same race by 19 seconds. It's a fantastic one for Chibet. I pray and we hope to see when Nigerians also will be doing well in the long distance race. Go to Plateau State. We have the altitude, we have the topography, we have the ground where we can also breed runners for long distance race. All right, that is where we'll be leaving it on the show Sports Update this evening. Continue to enjoy your New Year day. I am Emmanuel Fashimi. Say thanks for watching.